Welcome to the Canadian edition of The Gospel Truth with Andrew Womack, a teaching ministry that focuses on God's unconditional love and grace.
Andrew, I can't thank you enough for taking the vision that God showed you and being so faithful with it.
You honor God's word, you honor His Spirit.
Thank you for listening to God, because so many lives have been changed.
And now, here's Andrew.
Welcome to our Friday's broadcast of The Gospel Truth. This is a special edition of our Gospel Truth, and I'm going to be sharing some things with you that God has shared with me. And so this is going to be way out of the norm of what I normally do, but I just really feel like that there are millions of people that watch this program. And you know, when we do things just to the people who've become our partners, the people who are on our mailing list, we're just ministering to a relatively small number of people. But there's a potential of 5 billion people that can watch this program worldwide. And I just want to share these things with as many people as possible. Let me use this verse out of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. Habakkuk had just said, I'm going to stand, and I've asked God these questions, and I'm going to stand and wait for an answer. And here is his answer in verse 2. It says, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. There's a number of things in that verse, but this says that we have to make the vision plain so that other people, they can run that read it. Anytime God gives a vision to a person, it's always going to take more than one person to accomplish God's vision. I think if your vision is something that you can accomplish by yourself, I doubt seriously that it's really God's vision that He's given you. So what I want to do is just share with you a vision that God has given me for our Charis Bible College. And real briefly, let me just share some of the history on this, that it was in 1994 that we started the Bible College with 30 people. In the 2021-22 school year, that's wrong, the 22-23 school year, we had 1,053 students at our main campus in Woodland Park, and a little over 8,000 people worldwide. We have schools in, I think, 20-something different U.S. states and then 20-something foreign countries. Altogether, we have about 8,000 people in our system worldwide. And I believe that what we are doing, as far as the material that's put out, the teaching that's being done, I think it's second to none. I really do. It's miraculous, and I'm not saying that just about myself. We've got some of the best teachers on the planet on staff with us at Charis Bible College, and then we bring in around 100 guest speakers per year. And I mean, they are some of the movers and shakers in the body of Christ. The ministry that is being done at Charis, I believe, is second to none. Not to say it's the only place. There's other great Bible schools out there, but I just believe that what we have is top quality. I think it's good. But the thing that we're lacking are facilities. And did you know that during this 22-23 school year, we actually had 550 people who applied to be students who didn't show up, and we called them up and followed up to ask why they didn't come. And 550, there was actually more than that, but 550 people said that the number one thing that kept them from being at Charis was lack of dorms, lack of accommodations. We're in a small town that's only about 7,500 people in the whole town, and we have over 1,000 people coming to Bible College, and the community just hasn't grown to accommodate them. So one of the things that is obvious, this doesn't take any spiritual perception at all, is that we have to start producing dormitories in order to be able to accommodate these people who want to come and just can't find accommodation. And I could spend literally more time than what I'm going to take to do, but I believe that we need to provide housing for at least 1,000 students. We are building Charis Bible College to accommodate 2,500 students, and we've been to other campuses, and we have come to the conclusion that we need about 40% housing for 40% of our students, and that would be 1,000 people. So we've got some accommodations that we're making for that. And then when you have all of this increase of students, many of the people, our demographics are getting younger and younger and younger, And many of the people have never gotten their own place before. They need like an apartment situation that's already furnished. Many of them don't know how to cook and really take care of themselves. So if we start having an increase in students, well, then we need a place to feed them, a place for them to get together. We've also run out of classroom space. We are functioning, but we're having to limit some things that we could do. So we need more classroom space. We need a lot of other things. We need a place for the students to come together and meet and for fellowship. One of the things that I did with my executive team, we went and visited 3 other universities, Christian universities. And again, I think that our spiritual content is second to none, but our facilities are wanting. And so anyway, all of these things, God has just told me we've got to start building, and my Bible college right now is subsidized by my ministry. As I said, our television ministry reaches a potential of 5 billion people. Now we know that not all of those people watch, but if you just say that 1% of the 5 billion watch, that's still 50 million people have seen this program probably, and I don't know what percentage of those are really receiving, but we've got millions and millions of people, and right now it is the income that comes from my television programs that pay for Charis Bible College. We have one of the lowest tuitions of any school around. If we were to charge people for all of the buildings that we've already built and the ones that are coming, we would have to charge them so much money that nobody would come. And so it's being subsidized by my ministry. And even though I plan on a long, healthy life, I don't see myself on television forever. We've got to get this done while I'm still on television and able to build these buildings and keep the tuition low for the students. So all of these things have caused me to start dreaming, and I believe that God has spoken to me and told me to make the vision plain, to write it out so that others, as in you, might run that read it. And what I want to do is to play for you something that our architects have put together, a 3D flyover or a rendition of these buildings that we're going to be building, and I specifically want to ask you to become a part of it. Now, we just recently on December the 6th had a special what we call campus reveal where we went through this in detail. We have endorsements from people like Dwayne Sheriff, Jesse Duplantis, Kenneth Copeland, James Brown, Bill Johnson from Bethel, Rick Renner from Russia, Tim Barton from Wall Builders, John Tesh, Connie Selica, General Boykin, Richard Roberts, James Robison, Mike Huckabee, and Joni Lamb. They all have a little video thing that they are endorsing this and encouraging people to give, and even people like Joni and Kenneth and Jesse Duplantis, they even gave finances to help this. And so we have an entire explanation of this in much more detail. You can go to awmi.net/campus and you can see that whole thing. It's about an hour and 45 minutes long. But I just want to play you part of this artist or architectural rendering of what these buildings are going to look like and comment it. And I specifically want to ask you to become a part of this. So let me play these programs here. Right now, what you're looking at are the actual buildings that we have right now. That's a barn on the left. The white roof is our auditorium, and then a 5-story parking garage, and altogether that's 600,000 square feet that we have built debt-free in 9 years. And now it'll go from the actual drone footage into the architectural rendering. And we'll come back to this, but on the right-hand side there, the roof that you see with the dark brown, that's our Student Activity Center. We'll come back and go through that. But this will go down and show you these 6 student dorms that we're going to be building. We're building not just one big dorm, but these are more like lodges. Each one of these buildings will house 39 students. And we have 6 of them planned right here where you're looking, and then we have these student housing scattered throughout our 500 acres to accommodate 1,000 people. And so we'll go inside and show you what one of them looked like. I never lived in a college dorm, but the people on staff with me that did live in a college dorm said this is nicer than anything they ever had. So what you're seeing right here, this is one little unit inside of there, and this is like the kitchen area right here. And on the right-hand side, there's 2 rooms. On the left-hand side, there's 2 rooms. There's also 2 bathrooms so that 2 people, every person has their own private sink, but then they share a shower and toilet with 1 other person. And here's what one of the inside of the bedrooms looks like. And it's not huge, but again, it's very nice, and everybody will have their own closet and their own bed, and it'll be a private bedroom. And so that's on the 2nd level of this dorm. That's the main entrance that you enter on, and you have this balcony there. Down below you have a patio that's a walkout basement for the people that are on the bottom floor. And then here's the top floor. As we go back in, there's another central meeting area up there, and then there's dorm rooms on either side of that. But this is going to be a very nice dorm. We're going to build this to accommodate 1,000 people in many, many different dorms that look like lodges. And then we're building this student activity center that's going to be 240,000 square feet. It's actually 3 levels. We're entering right now. On the 3rd level, there is a restaurant up here that will seat over 200 people on this top level. And there's glass enclosed elevators you see right there. There's 2 of them in this atrium area. And there's this stone chimney there, and it'll have fireplaces on all 4 sides down in the bottom and then up in that restaurant. There's a meeting area and lounge area out here. And then as we go out of this building, and we're turning around, we're south of the building looking back to the north. This will show you that entire student activities building that we're designing right there. And over on the right-hand side, we're putting in 1,000-seat cafeteria where we can accommodate all of the students. And not only students, but we have about 27 conferences per year, and this will accommodate our conferences. So there's 1,000 seats in there. And then we'll zoom around and go on the north side of this student activities center. And on the east wing of this, we'll go back in, and this will show you one of the auditoriums we're going to put in. This will be for our 3rd-year students. And with these tables that we have in there, this will accommodate 1,100 people sitting at these tables in this auditorium. If you take the tables out, we could put 1,750 people inside of there. And again, this is going to be a beautiful looking building. And then you come out of there, and this building that's right in front of us there, that is already presently on the property. That's a pavilion that seats 200 people, and then we have a lake right there. As we continue on, we have a bridge here that is a pedestrian bridge that will go across the wetlands that we have, and this goes towards an athletic center. And so this is going to be 2 stories pretty much below ground. And inside there is an Olympic-sized ice hockey rink, and we've got uses for that far beyond just our school. We've got the Olympic training center and ice hockey in Colorado Springs. I think that there will be something to work out. We have a bowling alley there. We have pool tables, ping pong tables, foosball tables, an equipment rental area. We're going to have elevators that will service these 2 floors and stairs that go in between them. And then we will have all of this exercise equipment, free weights, all kinds of different exercise machines. We've got 4 racquetball courts in there. We're going to have a pickleball and tennis court in there, and I think we have 3 basketball courts inside of there. Then we have this elevated track that you see that will be a running track. It's 200 meters, and it surrounds this ice hockey rink up on the level above it. And this ice hockey rink, we can seat 1,000 people there, so we're planning on having some competitions there. Then we have all of this exercise material on the outside of the running track, treadmills, stair steppers, all kinds of things like that. And then as we turn around and look back, we didn't have any flat land on our 500 acres. So what we did was put a flat spot on top of this athletic center. And so we've got a soccer field there, a baseball field, and enough bleachers for 400 people. We also have a 3-story car garage. 2 stories of it are below ground, and I think that'll park around 500 cars down there. And I believe that this is really going to make a difference. You know, let me just insert here that people aren't only spiritual. they're also physical. And we found that there's a lot of people that just don't come because we don't have these physical facilities. And so I think that this athletic center is going to be a very important part of what we're doing. And as we continue this flyover, over on the right-hand side is a lodge. This is the only building that was on our 500-acre property when we bought it, and now it's about the smallest facility that we have. We're also going to build a road that will connect the north campus and the south campus. There's this county road that runs in between, so we're going to put this bridge across there, and that'll lead us over to the north campus. And then as you see this writing up there, we're going to put in more student housing there. We're going to put in a 300-bed hotel and conference center, which I could explain that, but we really need that for our conferences, for families that are coming to visit their kids, etc. We're going to have a performing arts center, and then we have a building. That white building was already there. That's the Andrew Wommack Ministries headquarters. And so this will give you an idea of just some of the things we're doing. There's a lot more student housing over on the north campus that we haven't actually got drawn out yet. But I wanted to show this to you and just share that we are beginning to build out this campus. And as I said before, I think it's timely that we do it while I'm still on television. And so in the next 10 to 12 years, we are planning on building this out. And we don't know the exact cost, but it's going to be hundreds of millions of dollars. What we have already on the 500 acres is $130 million worth of buildings that we built debt-free in 9 years. And so really this isn't that big of a stretch. And if you look at the fact that there are millions, again, a potential of 5 billion people, but I am sure that there are millions of people watching this program. And you know, the scripture says in Galatians chapter 6 that if you've been ministered to spiritually, that you're supposed to give back financially. I'm not saying this to criticize you, to condemn you, or make you feel bad, but just encourage you that if this program has been a blessing to you, I'd like to ask you to help me to get this done. There is no way that we could put enough, that we could charge enough for the tuition for the students who come to pay for all of this. If we did, I sat down and guessed at it, it would probably take about, at right now, the level we have, about $500,000 per year per student to pay for this building. And that's just outrageous. Right now, we charge $5,000 per year is our tuition. It's one of the lowest tuitions. And if you compare it to secular schools, man, it is a fraction of what they're being charged. And what we're giving them is much better. Much, much better. I make no apologies for that. Our universities have become indoctrination centers, and it's just producing woke people. And I tell you, even if you have to go to a secular college to get some degree, like a doctor's degree, a lawyer's degree or something, I guarantee you, you ought to come to Charis first for at least 1 or 2 years and get grounded in the Word, because the statistics are that 80% of Christian youth that go into college renounce their faith in the first year of college. It is not just a toxic place, it is totally anti-Christian, and they are coming against everything godly. And the need for Charis Bible College has never been greater. And so I know that what we're doing is a part of the end-time harvest. God spoke to me March the 5th, 2021, and told me that we are already in the third great awakening. I don't believe we're losing this nation. Now, you don't have evidence of that if you're listening to the 10 Spies Network and just listening to all of the bad stuff that's being promoted, but I believe that we are in a great awakening, and I guarantee you the people that are going to be changing this nation, they've got to be trained. And Charis Bible College is a disciple-making machine. And so what I'm looking for, we have 62,400 and something partners right now. And these partners average $63 per month. We don't put an exact price on it. We just ask people to give whatever they can. And we have over 62,000 partners. Did you know in order to build these buildings, again, we don't know the exact price, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to double my partnerships. So we're looking for an additional 62,000 partners, which isn't that hard because we average 11,000 new partners per year for the last few years. And this is going to be a long-term thing over the next 10 years. And I can guarantee you there's people watching this program that God has touched you, He's encouraged you, something good has happened through this program. And it's just what the Word says, that if you've been blessed spiritually, I encourage you to give back financially. So we've got people standing by at our phones right now. And I would like to encourage you to call and become a monthly partner. We'll accept individual gifts. Each one of these dorms is going to be about $8 million per dorm. And so we'll accept one-time gifts any way you want to do it, but our bills will come in monthly. And I would really like to see just a flood of new partnerships. You can also go to our website and you can sign up that way, but we do have people at our phones that you can call and become a part of this. And I promise you that the money you invest in changing people's lives will never leave your life. It'll just enter into your future, and someday in heaven you're going to have these people who were able to come and be trained and go out and fulfill God's will for their life. They will come by your mansion thanking you that you gave so that they didn't have to pay $500,000 a year for the facilities and the things that were offered. This is an investment, and I believe that this is what it's going to take to turn this nation around. We've got to start raising people up. And right now we have people on every continent of this world that are ministering who are graduates of Charis Bible College. We've got over 8,000 people going through Charis right now worldwide. And when you give, you are making an investment in people's lives that are going to go out and change this world. And so again, I want to encourage you. You can go to our website and become a partner. And if you would like to go see the entire presentation that we made, about an hour and 45 minutes worth of presentation, you can go to awmi.net/campus, and it will give you a lot more detail on this. Plus, you'll get these endorsements by these other people. And together, I just believe that God is raising up Charis Bible College to be one of the major influences in this end time great awakening. And I'd like to encourage you to be a part of it. So I'm just asking you straight up that we need people to help us. This is more than what I can do. It's more than what our students can do. If you want to be a part of this, please go to our website and become a partner that way and sign up. Or you can go to awmi.net/campus and you can see this presentation that I and my executive team made. It was about an hour and 45-minute presentation with all of this flyover that you saw, with explanation, all kinds of details that I wasn't able to give here today. But I believe it'd be a blessing to you, and you'll be blessed if you join with us. So listen to our announcer and please respond today and become a part of what we're doing and help us raise up this entire campus for Charis Bible College.
On today's program, Andrew shared with you his vision for the expansion of Charis Bible College. The critical immediate need is for student housing, and he's seeking partners who will help him accommodate hundreds of students who are turned away for a lack of housing. You can respond to this need by going to awmi.net/campus and becoming a foundation builder today. Again, that's awmi.net/campus. Make an investment in a better world tomorrow through Charis Bible College.
You know, this last school year, we had 550 students who made application to Charis Bible College and said that they didn't come because they couldn't find housing. It is critical that we begin to start expanding and provide student housing, a student activity center, athletic facilities, all kinds of things. And in order to do that, I'm looking for 60,000 new partners. So I encourage you to pray about it. Go to awmi.net/campus, check it out, and become a partner with us today.
Also, this will be the last day for Andrew to offer his free booklet, Lessons from Joseph. This offer is limited to one free booklet per household and is available in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. Contact us today to receive your free booklet. Andrew's complete series, Lessons from Joseph, is available in either a CD or DVD album or as a USB made from our daily television broadcast. Each of these resources is available when you contact us. Or you can get these products as part of the lessons package in your choice of either CD DVD, or USB from Lessons from Joseph, Lessons from David, and Lessons from Elijah. Also, this package will include the Lessons from Joseph booklet. These teachings will give you the chance to learn from the successes and mistakes of three very powerful but very human men of God. The Lessons package has a catalog value of $125, but you can receive all of these valuable resources today for just $90. Go to our website at awmc.ca and click on Today's TV offer under the Store tab to see all the ways you can get these products. Or you can call the Andrew Wommack Ministries Canada helpline Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time at 647-348-2220 to order.
Parents. A sad statistic in today's world is that 70% of Christian youth will completely abandon their faith. Give your graduate a lasting, firm foundation in the Word of God and their identity.
I do believe that there are students graduating from high school for whom Charis is the absolute perfect next step.
When you send your children to Charis, I think it's the best thing that you could do for your child.
When I came to Charis Bible College, I get to renew my mind, and now I believe that I'm gonna be ready to someday me be able to fulfill God's call for my life and to disciple other people.
This is a college that God has ordained and established for the purpose of launching an entire generation into the world, to change the world and to change the way that it sees Him.
I'd like to let all of you, our Canadian viewers, know that we have a Bible college in Toronto, and we would love to have you come and be a part of it. There's multiple ways you can take advantage, not only through the campus there in Toronto, but we have online courses, we have correspondence courses, just a number of ways, but we want to help you, and we're making it as available to you as we possibly can. So check it out. The information's on your screen, our Charis Bible College, Toronto.
If Andrew's teachings are making a difference in your life, consider becoming a Grace Partner with Andrew Wommack Ministries Canada today. Grace Partners are special friends of the ministry who commit to giving $30 or more per month to help Andrew reach thousands of people here in Canada and around the world with the life-changing message of God's unconditional love and grace. If you'd like to become a Grace Partner today, go to awmc.ca. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to hearing from you today. For 20 years, Andrew Wommack has been sharing the message of God's unconditional love and grace through his half-hour television program Monday through Friday. Now, Andrew is broadcasting a full hour-long teaching each week.
When God finds somebody who wants to be a giver and wants to bless somebody else, He will give seed to the sower. He will give seed to people who will sow it and give it to other people.
Watch the weekend edition of Gospel Truth with Andrew Wommack.